everybody, welcome to Core-vember. This is video number 1 in our series for the month. So you also received a PDF calendar download that you can print out and see how we're progressing. So we'll be doing a series of blocks and we'll be progressing from easy to more difficult towards the end of the month. I just want to preface that although I did say these exercises are safe for postpartum women, as long as you're cleared by your doctor to continue to working out or begin working out again, just realize that this is not dubbed a prenatal core program. I took every effort that I could to include exercises that would allow a bunch of people to participate, but everybody is different in their healing process. So if you are not ready for some of the exercises, that's okay. So block number 1, you don't need anything but yourself and a space on the floor. We'll be doing 3 exercises back to back, and those exercises will be progressing in duration for time over the first 3 days before we take our rest day on the 4th day. We'll be doing dead bug holds, bridge hip lift holds, and bird dog hold. All of these you probably have done before, but I'm going to walk you through the correct positioning to make sure that you're getting the most out of the move. First is dead bug. So what you're going to do is lay on your back flat. Knees are going to be bent and feet are up in a tabletop position here. The most important thing is to make sure that your lower back stays pressed into the ground the whole time, okay? So once you lift those feet up, you don't want to have an arch, so you should not be able to slide even a piece of paper under there. So that means you may have to tilt your pelvis forward a little bit. Keep that lower back pressed in towards the floor. While we're doing this, we're not holding our breath, but we're just making sure that lower back stays connected to the floor. Your arms can stay down at your side, or your arms can go up like that. Just make sure that lower back stays pressed into the floor. For the first 3 days, we'll be holding this position, and each day we'll be increasing the time. As we progress through the blocks, we'll be doing some movement within that position, but for the first 3 days, I want you to get comfortable with that feeling because you're going to need to hold that position as we start adding moving elements. The next is a bridge hip lift. Now I know we've all done these before. The most important part here is to make sure that we're not overextending ourselves and pushing our hips up too high. So again, we're going to start by laying down flat on our back. Feet are about hip distance apart. Pushing your heels in, lifting your hips up. Core is engaged. Rib cage is down, okay? So we're not lifting our hips as high as we can and lifting our rib cage up. We don't want to put any extra stress and strain on our lower back. So make sure that rib cage is pressed down, glutes are pushed up, core is nice and engaged, and we're breathing. We're not holding our breath. Your hands can come down at the side, or you can put them up just like that. Okay, so remember, hips are up. If it feels like you're not that high off the ground, that's okay. Just don't arch your back, okay? Flat back, ribs down. And the final one for this series is the bird dog hold. So we're here. Hands and knees, tabletop position to start. Your wrists, elbows, and shoulders are all in line. Your hip and your knee are in line. So we're lifting the opposite arm and the opposite leg. You want a straight line from your fingertips to your toes. Your core is engaged. Your belly button is pulling towards your spine. So we're not dropping our belly button. We're not being really loose in our core. We have no dip in our lower back. So our back is flat. Our arm is up right next to our ear. We're going to hold this position for the time on the paper, starting with 15 seconds. So that is block 1 of Core-vember, the first 3 days. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to hit reply on the email and send your questions my way, and I'd be happy to help you. And let's go. See you guys in the next round.